say, the great man you see today that you celebrate, some people help him become great. He may never value you. Why? You were not part of his process. The one you are seeing today that does not look like it, if you support that one tomorrow, the door cannot be shut at you. Whether you like it or not, there are people seated here. Of course, I don't want to include myself. A time come, you may not be able to reach them. It's not pride. Greatness only have many friends. Failure stand alone. Success have many friends. Failure stand alone. If you want to be successful in life, you must understand the law of association. You must always find the people having the same passion, the same burden like you to be able to achieve something. And if your vision is not clear enough, find a vision to serve. You will be able to find a recovery for that which has been lost in your life. That's the sincere truth. You may encounter God in the place of prayer. You are discovered when you begin to serve. It is here that we are going to know what God has deposited in you. And peradventure, it's true here that you are going to see how we walk by faith. You were here when we were renting everything. You were here when we bought everything. You were here when there was nothing, and you were here when you were seeing some few things. And just to let you understand that many more things will continue to happen. Why? Because sincerely speaking, when God called, he will always supply. That is what I know. So when I call you, lackest thou anything? No. If God truly calls you, he will fund the bills. If God truly calls you, he will back it up. There's never a time that I stand here, I'm stranded on what to say. Because it's always given to me what to say. Why? Because God has called. It is the same way that if you remain faithful, a time is going to come. Whether within the 1 year you are here, the 2 years you are here, the 3 years you are here, that immediately when you leave here, there will be clarity of vision, clarity of insight, and clarity of purpose. And I know everybody may not come in at the same time. The Bible spoke about a parable of many people that came into the vineyard to work. Some were idle, they were beckoned upon to come at different hours. But God himself rewarded them according to his riches. It then means there are people that have been here for the past 3 years. There are few of you here, I don't know whether they're even up to 10 or 5, that were there from the very beginning apart from the ministers. And I'm telling you the sincere truth. Of course, others joined afterward, others joined last month, some are joining last week. When God comes to reward, he will reward according to his riches, according to your faithfulness. And whether you like it or not, I've always said that if it is the thing of God, it will always be done. If all of us reject God now, God will pick up somebody else. That I'm guaranteed. God can never be stranded. If God wants to do something in Lafia, if you and I reject him, he will pick up somebody else that he can use. So thank you so much for your labor and for your sacrifice. Thank you so much for everything you have done. The Lord bless you. And of course, for those streaming online, thank you so much for always streaming also. Thank you so much for always attending. And for many that have given to support. Several times we have announced projects here that need to be done. I see how people try their best within their little capacity to be able to support. I've always said, people don't give because they are billionaires. They give because they are givers. You can have a billionaire friend and will never give you $1, $1. But yet again, you have somebody that is a thousandaire. And yet again, he commits to you within the little capacity that he has. And I've always said, why should God bless a man that is not a giver? Why? There is no reason that God should bless anyone that cannot give. And that is the reason why, whether you like it or not, good enough as it is for us to gather, if resources are locked upon, we won't be able to gather like this. Who will pay for the hall rent? Who will pay for the seat you are sitting on? Who will pay for the microphone? I know the gospel seems cheap, but it's very, very expensive. That's what men will lie to you. Is forget about tithe, forget about offering. You are supposed to sponsor, support, partner, and ensure that the works of God advance. I said the other day, we went out and I was shocked. We were in Gandu, sir. We went to Gandu and I discovered in Gandu there's a place called Las Vegas. And in that Las Vegas, they meet every week for party. And the gate fee to enter inside 25,000. Average student does not pay his school fees, is willing to commit 25,000 every week to enter Las Vegas. When they come to church, when you say give 15 naira, they think it's a challenge. It is okay when you don't have and you don't give, but it becomes robbery to God when you have and you don't give. And the challenge there is that when you don't give to God, you will still give to the devil. You don't have an option, because we are designed to be giver. Whether we like it or not, according to our definition, we cannot but give. It is the same way there are many of you that have giftings, talent, and ability. until you give it into the service in the house of God, you may never improve. Some of us, I cannot count the level of sacrifice I have made for the kingdom. It's not about Shekinah. I have been doing it before Shekinah. If you have not been doing it, even if God gives you a vision, you will not do it. And that's why I have never seen a man that has a vision that has not funded a vision. It doesn't matter how many partners come and go, the vision continues. Some of us have lost people. There were people that supported us. After a month, they ran away. We continue. Some supported us. After a year, they ran away. We continue. Why? If it is of God, God will supply. And that's why I want you to understand that ravens will never stop visiting the prophet. And as long as Jesus lives, we will never be stranded. Whatsoever that is needed for us to represent Jesus will be made available. And all what I want from you is to believe that God can do. My last scripture. Go with me to the book of